welcome to my channel. I'm Pete Morgan and you're watching my Dare to Win save. We're with our third team in the series and that's AC Milan. So you were with us last time for the Real Madrid 3-3 draw in UEFA Champions League, which we'd already qualified for the playoffs, but I was hoping that we'd beat Monaco and have an outside chance of qualifying last 16 proper. Not a chance, and it's gone from bad to worse. So after the 3-0 draw with Real Madrid, we did actually play quite well and get a 3-1 win against Sampdoria. One of our attacking minded players managed to get us a goal after we went 1-0 down in the second minute. Ivanov hit him on the break straight afterwards and powered a shot in for about 20 yards, I think it was, if memory serves. And then Catalara came on and wrapped it up with nice 3-1 win. However, we played against our main rivals Inter, and silver platter butt on. They absolutely played us off apart. You can see from this, our goalkeeper was our best player really, with some amazing saves. He's back on form. And then we've just played the first leg, and I wish I'd videoed this for you guys. We've just beaten Ajax 6-2. Because of the way things are going, we have made a change to the tactics. Okay, we've gone to our Mazzala tactic, which worked so well at Blackburn, and first time out we've won 6-2. So maybe that I was getting reports in the media that I wasn't willing to experiment and I was sort of blinkered in what I was doing. So we made the change, and what do you know, we've beaten Ajax 6-2. But it's not all sunshine and roses, I could assure you. Dokovic has now gone out injured with a stress fracture of his back, which is a worry. He's going to be out for a while. We're back today. Then we're going to play the second leg of the Ajax game. Then we're going to go and do Juventus. Our league form and our form in general is really hit us hard, and we're in free fall in Serie. We've dropped down to fourth. Okay, all the team. If you remember rightly, mid-season we were comfortable. We were doing quite well, but we've lost and drawn and struggled, so something had to give. So like I said, we've gone back to our tried and tested tactic that we were using at Blackburn Rovers, that we won so much with, and now I'd be stupid not to. So Dokovic, absolutely gutted. He's out for 5 to 6 weeks. That's big, because I've got Brun, and I've just promoted this young lad to the first team, Vigano, Mattia. There you go, we call him Mattia. He's a promising goalkeeper. Okay, he's a 1.5 star current ability with a 3.5 star potential. The main bits for what we're looking at, he's probably not really ready for this level, but obviously I can't go into a Champions League game without a spare goalie. So Brun, Mr. Accident Prone Brun, is dropping in today. Luckily we're 6-2 up, but I'm more worried about the league, because I'd lose this happily if it meant we were going to be competitive in the league. So the team today then is Brun in goal, Lacarenz, Acamia, Bossio, who I'm quite impressed with, and Neto across the back four. Paul Dika's dropped back then. He's now our defensive midfielder, which he's much happier with. He's a better player there. We were sort of using him in midfield centre. Catalari, why did I put him there? He's there because he's the next best one. We've got injuries to Patino, who is now fit. So Patino is actually going to play instead of Catalere in the midfield. And I'll just make sure he is on the new tactic. So obviously we've got, and he likes this tactic too, look. So maybe I should have been doing this all along. Codogno came in last time, got a perfect 10 with 4 assists. Because Mr. Loftmark's still injured and therefore not going to be playing anytime soon. And Ercole was just come back from an injury as well. He scored a goal, got injured, and hasn't played in the last couple of games. So that's where we're at. Where did I get to? So Paul Dika's playing in his favourite position, deep line playmaker support. Patino and Urban are Mazzalas in the midfield. Pereira out wide left with Codogno up front. The plan was to put Pereira to the right, bring on Mr. Loftmark again, who's injured, and start rotating these around and training them in different positions. But the way Codogno played last time, I think I'm just going to bring Loftmark straight back in on the left and see how we go. And then Ivanov's playing up front on his own. 20 goal return this season. He's turning into the striker that I wanted and thought he could be. So let's see. That's the team. We're 6-2 up from the first leg, so this is hopefully a nothing game that we're going to win. So I've got to give the reserve goalkeeper a number. It's not going to be 13, number 40. Have I really used 40 players this season? Or had to pick 40 numbers? Because I normally only pick like the top 11 and then all the subs get numbers as and when they play. That's where we're at. Been a tough few games, I can assure you. It's been, I will show him onto weaker foot, why wouldn't I? We are in with a chance of getting through to the last 16. I'll go with that. I don't like the let's beat them again. That's like schoolboy tactics, isn't it? Schoolboy humour, cheekiness, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, here we go. 6-2 up for the first leg. This should be a formality, which should set us up nicely for, we've got a league game that we won't do on camera against somebody, can't remember who, and then it's a biggie. We've got Juventus, so that's a game we're going to play second part of this video, and if we can get a result there, then our league season is back on course. If we lose, of course, that's pretty much just leaving us with the Champions League, I guess, unless we have a miracle. So DK in that deep lying playmaker role, a little bit like Chelsea and Liverpool we've been without our defensive midfielder in place over the last few weeks. So we, instead of going out and spending hundreds of millions of pounds on young players, we've adapted with what we've got. So, and there you go, Urban in with a cracking tackle, and Urban's had a fresh, what's the word I want? The word's there on the tip of my tongue, it won't come out. He's revitalised, that would be a better word, in this formation. He was sort of a bit part player. What a goal. Did I just see that? Was that really a thing? So we got a good header out. They've then played it to the edge of the box. One touch to set it, and wow! I mean, Bruns in goal, but no, you can't blame the goalie for that. That was a tremendous goal. So it's 6-3 on aggregate. Perhaps the tie isn't over. I'm going to drop a little bit of encouragement into the guys, just to refocus them. And that went down a bomb, didn't it? And yeah, it's, wow, this suddenly isn't as comfortable as I was hoping. And even I was onto that in an instant. And a nice, tried to place it, I think, in the corner, and it caught the defender and looped up into the goalkeeper's arms. But here we go, we're putting the pressure on now. I'm not, I say I'm a bit worried about the score, and that's if only we'd had a striker and it was switched on to those sort of things. Ivanov picks up a loose ball. Bossio stepped up into the midfield there, although it's from a corner, he's probably on his way back. So we've got our corner, and I'll tell you what I haven't done, I haven't loaded my set plays. So, and I don't like doing changes like that in a game. So we're going to go with what the game tells us. And it's supposed to go. We've hit the woodwork twice. Still 1-0 down. But it's all us. So our encourage has just come out like a game and a half after I tried to encourage the guys. So Akamiya picks up a loose ball. He's back in after a couple of games where he was making. And that's what makes me think that the tactic was possibly going against me, because all the players that were at 100% tactical familiarity were making mistakes constantly. And with tactic familiarity, yeah, you expect the odd mistake, but you don't expect, like Koulibaly, who's been awesome for us, which is why we made his loan move permanent. Every time he got the ball, he was giving it away, just standing there and having somebody pickpocket him. So we've made a change. Codogno had gone, good player last season, was absolutely woeful this season. So he wasn't even getting in the team. But in this new formation, and even over, it's hit the... Oh! If we were having a crossbar challenge here, guys, we'd be winning it all hands down. So we've had nine shots, 3 on target, 3 have hit the woodwork. Not a bad return. It's only a matter of time before we get the equaliser here, surely. And that's a nice little chip into the box. Bossio climbs above his man. He looks so sharp. There's a... Oh, Patino in his new position, showing he isn't going to be outdone by the Ajax lad, and scores a goal equally as good, I might say. From their clearance, Bossio got it well, not it down to Patino, laid it off, bang from Urban. Oh, he didn't even have to set it. It fell on his foot perfectly, didn't it? And that's 1-0. Our 4-goal margin is returned. So it's 7-3 on aggregate, 1-1 on the night. And yeah, I said it was coming, and it has. So, dressing room, here we go. This is going to be easy enough, isn't it? We've had a lot of shots on target, so I'm happy. I have been working my butt off trying to get this morale back up in this team. We lost it with obviously the run of results we've had at the dressing room. I thought I'd lost the dressing room. If you remember, I did the team talk. It went, oh, Neto, my right back, sneaks into the box and cracks it in near post. That goalie really needs to be looking at himself with that one for sure. And Neto took the throw into Ivanov. Nice little layoff by Ivanov. Neto drives into the 18-yard box. And the goalie, maybe I'm being a bit hard on the goalie there. I thought it went in near post. He made himself as big as he could. It struck the underside of his arm and went in, which is fine. 8-3 on aggregate, 2-1 on the night. Normal service is resumed at the San Siro. And hopefully this is going to revitalise us and get our season back on track. So we're going to make some substitutions. We're in a position now where we can rotate and see who, try and get players back into form. And I think I made a mistake there, but that's okay because I can just do... No, I can't. I've made a mistake. Pereira, come back, my boy. I thought he could play there. No, it was Ricoli I was playing out there, wasn't it? Okay, so that's 3. I want to get these guys on and save my defensive trio. Catalera's not getting a game. He's decided I had a chat with him. He said he'd have a think about retirement. He did think about it and he's told me to bugger off. He's retiring. So I was willing to offer him a new contract. I did say that from the start of the season, that if he could get through to Christmas and show me he was still the player he's been his entire career, then there would be a contract for him. We got to Christmas and out of the blue he decided he was going to retire, which was a bit of a shock. So I had a chat with him, but there it is. So we'll be losing him next season. That's a shame because he has been fantastic. I don't know if I'll get the option with this. I've never done it before, but I will try and see whether we can get him to stay on at the club as a coach or something. But yeah, Milan 2, Ajax 1 on the night. Not as comprehensive as the first leg. That's fine with the goalie out and whatnot. I'm happy. For the first time in a few games in this save, I'm happy. So Newcastle have won, Juventus, they've won. We've won comprehensively 8-3. And Villarreal, although they beat Bayern on the night, they're out. So I'm guessing from this, I don't know whether we get Bayern next. We do tend to get teams that we've played. I'm surprised we got Ajax because we normally get teams we've already played. So anyway, that's the first bit done. So we're safely through to the last 16 of the Champions League. I'm now going to go away and play. I didn't see who that was, so let's have a quick look at the schedule. I'm going to go away and play Udinese. Then I'm going to go and do a 12-hour night shift, which I'm really, really up for. And then we'll come back tomorrow morning, around about 7 a.m. it'll be, straight after the night shift, and get Juventus done, because this is, the day you see this is the day I play Juventus. So I play Juventus at 7 a.m. in the morning, after said 12-hour night shift, and then I upload it, and nothing goes wrong, and I go to bed, and you will start watching it at 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Or today, yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. I will see you in a moment for Juventus. So, welcome back to the morning after the night of the day before. Might not be fully with it this morning, but we will see. We're back for Juventus, and as you can see, the board are well behind us, and so are the supporters with this game. Since you were last with us, then we've played one game, which was Udinese. We beat them 1-0, played them off park. Bit disappointing it was only 1-0. We were by far the better team. Solid from start to finish. We weren't ever in danger of losing, I don't think. But to be honest, I don't think we were in there was much danger of us going more than 1-0 up. So we had a few chances and it didn't come to anything. Juventus today, they're second and we're third now. If we win, we go second and maintain our game in hand, which would be a good thing. Yeah, the league is looking like, we've actually gone fourth. Inter won a game, but they've played 2 games more than us. We win our games in hand now, we can actually go take control of the league again, which is what we need to do. We're playing well. We've changed formation, as you know. I said last time that we'd gone to the Mezzala that I was using successfully at Blackburn. We definitely need it to come up trumps today. The bad news is, God, I've got some injuries. Neto's gone out injured for 6 to 7 weeks. So Lacarenza needs to go there, Fontana Rosa there. And my injury list is just getting Koulibaly's out, Ketelara's out with the flu, and Neto's out. Like I said, he's out now for 4 weeks, a little bit better than they initially said. And Lofmart's just coming back from injury, which is good because Koulibaly is injured. Although Koulibaly's over that now, and just same as Lofmart, just needs a bit of time to get back to 100%. So this is going to be a team we field today. Not our strongest side, but it'll have to do because we've still got major injury to Dokovic. Okay, he's out for another 3 to 4 weeks yet with a fractured back. So it's Brun in goal, Fontanarosa, Acamia, Bossio, and Lacarenza across the back. Bossio I'm really impressed with so far. Poldica is playing in the defensive deep line playmaker role, defensive midfield. Patino and Urban in midfield, Mazala positions. Pereira and Codogno out wide, and Ivanov up front. Ercola is pushing for a place. He's back from injury. He really needs to get his act together, or he's not going to have a featuring place in this side going forward. We need to win. I think I've made that pretty clear. I hate losing anyway, so we need to win everything. This is going to be a tough game, and just to add to that, we've drawn Liverpool in the Champions League, which is probably the worst tie we could get because Liverpool are strong favourites to win the whole competition, and it would have been a better final than a last 16 game, I think. But you never know. We've beaten Liverpool before when we were at Blackburn, so we have, we had some good old tussles with them. We'd either, if you remember rightly, we'd either beat them handsomely or they'd kick our butts and beat us handsomely. It was never a boring 0-0. Although they did sort of have the edge on us in Europe, I think, and towards the end in the league as no, they're not in the league. That's wrong. We had the edge on them in the league because we won the last 3 premierships, so that I was there. But anyway, Acamia playing it forward. Nice bit of a that's giveaway. Lacarenza, really impressed with that youngster. He's come in this season from the youth team, and he's been an ever-present since. That was because I can't remember his name, but that's a penalty. We will take that. Yes, sir, we will. Unlike Wolves against Man United last night, from what I've seen. I haven't seen the game yet. I'll try and catch it at some point today. But apparently there was a blatant penalty, and the referee said no, it wasn't. And then they all apologised to Wolves afterwards, which is okay. Very, very big of them. But it doesn't help Wolves with the fact that they've 3 points gone, or a point gone. They'd have salvaged a draw. And if they go down next season, or this season, by a point, nothing's going to repay that, is it? So perhaps they need to start holding the referees as accountable as they hold all of the footballers for their actions on the pitch. And we're 1-0 up. We scored the penalty while I was griping on about Man United and refs and accountability. And here they come. Juventus now hitting back straight. Oh, and we got him while they're in. Oh, I thought we'd given away a penalty, but we didn't. Bossio is really, really alert at the back. Very solid and strong. And his Pereira got caught there. That's very poor play from one of our more experienced players. And the cross is in and it's over the bar. Yeah, Pereira's one of our more experienced players. He actually turned down a contract offer, so we've not offered him another contract yet. And I didn't think his contract was out. But it said that he declined the contract. I can't remember whether it might have been that I accepted a transfer offer for him, or a loan offer. I can't remember now, to be honest. Been to work since then. I know really under I'm happy with the performance. I am. I'm happy with the performance so far. So I say it as it is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, or mostly it works, but sometimes it doesn't. Urban, as you'll see, is back in the midfield. He's having a new lease of life under this new formation, mainly because I'm now using 3 midfielders instead of 2, so I do need that. Rodan, we're through. Ivanov. Oh, we could have done with that goal. 2-0 would have really given us the edge, considering, if you remember rightly, Juventus absolutely put us to the sword in the cup, in the Super Cup. So it's nice to see us holding our own and creating the chances here. Codogno's reborn. Oh, and another save by the goalkeeper. And it's crossed straight back in again. Nobody's there at the back post, unfortunately. Ivanov was still dragging himself off the floor from the header he'd already attempted. And Well, I was going to say we're I thought we were actually shading it, but evidently we're not. But yeah, we're shading the possession. We've got the XG on our side, and that's as good as a goal as far as I'm concerned. And here we go now, Patino. He can score from here. And oh, he's hit the bar and it's come out and it's cleared. Radic over to Patino, and Patino brought that down nicely for the opposition to stop breakaway on the attack, but that seems to have fizzled out, and we've tickled over to 70 minutes nicely, and it's time to make some substitutions. So Cadogno's got a knock. He seems to be unaffected. Well, that doesn't cut it with me, I'm afraid. He's coming off. Loftmark gets a chance to come back in. As you'll see, Pereira's playing like a numpty, so we give Gallinetta another go. Urban isn't playing great, so that's going to be Pesci straight in there. And Bossio struggling a little bit, so we'll put Quattini in there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I want to put Arculi on up front for Ivanov and see whether he can get his goal scoring touchback. So this would be... Oh, and there's a red card for Rafas. That was brutality at its best. And yes, it's an early bath, or a shower these days. And oh, that's a cracking little finish there for Poldica. Absolutely fantastic. And that is 2-0, guys. And as you can see, you can tell I'm not with it this morning 100%. I'm not my usual bouncing about exuberant self. I'm a little bit jaded, I guess you'd say, but hey, we're here doing videos, we're having fun, and we're beating Juventus 2-0. Which is what it's all about, and I nearly forgot to praise them. I've just got that in before it ended. Don't think it made any difference. Absolutely fantastic. We've beaten Juventus 2-0. Proud of the performance, no doubt about that at all. And we've gone back to the top of the table with a game in hand, which is the all-important thing. So, what's next, guys? So I'm not going to do both legs because we're obviously looking at the table as well. So I'm not going to do both legs in Europe like I sometimes do. We're now looking at coming back for the away game against Liverpool. And I think we missed the two mid to bottom table. Well, Bologna's 7th, but I think Lazio... Oh, Lazio's nice. So Bologna actually would be a tougher game. Where Brescia is 8th. Or do I do the two Liverpool games? No, because that's only 2 games away. So we're going to do Liverpool and we're going to do Bologna or Lazio. We'll see who's higher in the league at the time. And then that'll get us through. I guess we're going to be playing Napoli and Cremonese in the last episode of this season. Because I can't really see us beating Liverpool. I don't think we're good enough. Right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave us a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You take care and we will see you next time. Thank you very much.